We have Kartana and Celesteela in Pokemon Go, out in raid battles. We have one in the Southern Hemisphere and one in the Northern Hemisphere. But, should you raid for these Pokemon? Obviously the shinies are out for the first time ever, and a lot of you guys are shiny collectors, but beyond just having the cosmetic shiny, is it worth your time, energy, and effort to go after these Pokemon? We're gonna check them out in PvP, as well as how are they gonna do as meta attackers in Pokemon Go, beyond just shinies. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go! First and foremost, we are starting off with Celesteela. So if you guys don't care about Celesteela, or maybe it's not applicable to you and you don't plan to remote raid for it and you don't want to know about it, please check the timestamps and you can get to any part in the video easily. So Celesteela is going to be a flying and a steel type Pokemon. This Pokemon's going to max out at 3507 with an attack of 207, a defense of 199, and a stamina of 219. It's going to have two weaknesses, which are going to be fire as well as electric. And as far as its resistance go, it's going to double resist bug, grass, as well as poison, and single resist dragon, fairy, flying, ground, normal, psychic, as well as steel. So a bunch of different resistances there, which makes it maybe set up for PvP looking at these type of resistances. So we're gonna find out soon here. And as far as its moves, it's gonna get air slash and smackdown for its quick moves, and then for its charge moves, it's gonna get iron head, bulldoze, body slam, as well as heavy slam. So two steel moves on the back end. And obviously the regular one kind of looks like a little bit of like Statue of Liberty-esque, and then we have the shiny one that is a white color. Pretty cool looking shiny at that. I have seen some people get it on Twitter, and man, does it look good. So with all that said, guys, let's check out how well does each of those movesets do on that Pokemon and see if it's going to be comparable to anything as a meta attacker. So Celesteela's most effective moveset combination is going to be Air Slash and Heavy Slam at 30.42 as an ER value. With Iron Head, it's going to be 28.84, and then we have the Smackdowns coming in there as well at around 28 and 27. Then we're going to have Body Slam at 26 and 24, and Bulldoze at 24 and 23. So unfortunately, guys, looking at this Pokemon, I don't even need to pull up any meta attackers except for the first page of the steel category, because you guys already know we have Mega Metagross, we have Shadow Metagross. Man, there are some pretty powerful steel type attackers, and at a 30 ER value, it's not going to cut it. But just for you guys to know, the Mega Metagross is at 52.59, the Shadow Metagross is at 50.42, and then we get the regular Metagross at 43.61, and that regular Metagross is a budget counter, guys, so Celesteela is not even close. So as far as a meta attacker, it is going to be a absolute pass for me. Do not power this Pokemon up. But what about PvP? Because it did look a little promising with the resistances. As far as the Great League, it's ranked 343, so it's irrelevant in the Great League. And in the Ultra League, it's ranked 256, and then in the Master League, it's ranked 156. So while this Pokemon is irrelevant right now, maybe at some point it will get a moveset bump that could put it into a meta attacker standpoint. So with that said, guys, the best placing for it will be in the Master League, but as of right now, guys, it is not anywhere close to where it needs to be. We have the Metagross that's obviously way above it, and we also have Solgaleo, Dialga, and Melmetal that it has to compete with. So for this Pokemon, guys, I don't foresee it getting powerful enough moves that could really overtake something like an already beastly meta attacker Solgaleo, or even a Melmetal, or even the Metagross at that. There's no way that this Pokemon is going to be able to compete in my eyes. So as of right now, Celesteela is maybe get the shiny if you care about it and pass on the rest, or if you don't even care about the shiny, just pass on that Pokemon. But now we have the Pokemon I've been waiting to hunt for such a long time, and that is going to be Kartana. Kartana is an amazing Pokemon. It's so small, but don't be deceived by its size. This Pokemon is going to be a steel and a grass type combination. This Pokemon will max out at 4,156, so yes, it is a powerful Pokemon. It has an attack of 323, which is insane, guys, because a Mewtwo has an attack value of 300, just to put this Pokemon into perspective for you. Has a defense of 182 and a stamina of 139 is where it does come up a little bit short in the stamina category. And since this Pokemon is a grass and a steel type, it is going to be double weak to fire and single weak to fighting. As far as its resistances go, it's going to double resist grass, single resist dragon, electric, fairy, normal, poison, psychic, rock, steel, as well as water. So a ton of different resistances on this Pokemon. Once again, could be set up for PvP. I really actually like fighting with Kartana against Go Rocket leaders, man. This Pokemon is an absolute boss for that standpoint. And as far as its fast attacks, it's gonna get Razor Leaf and Air Slash, and then its charge moves, it's gonna get Aerial Ace, it's gonna get Night Slash, it's gonna get X Scissor, and it's going to get Leaf Blade, which does pack a punch. And while the shiny isn't super noticeable, it does not have the yellow on it, and it turns to a black mid-region, which I still think is very cool. The only problem is it's so insy-binsy teeny that it looks like you can barely see it, but man, great Pokemon at that. So now let's check out its moveset. The best moveset overall on Kartana is going to be Razor Leaf and Leaf Blade at 43.64. Alrighty guys, 43 is already potentially one of the top Pokemon in its respective category. Remember, if it goes over 40 in these videos, we are looking at something substantial unless it's a very powerful category such as Dragon. Air Slash Leaf Blade, 40.82. Then we have the X Scissor at 36.08. Then we have the Aerial Ace at 34.33 and the Night Slash at 33.91. So while some of the other categories are not quite stacking up, that doesn't matter because this Pokemon we are looking strictly as a grass attacker. And once again, weirdly enough, this Pokemon does not have a charge move that is going to be a steel typing, which is kind of weird for me personally, but Kartana and as well as Celesteela seem to not have matched typing movesets. Whew, guys, come on, we got this. We're almost there. It is cold outside. I can't believe it's snowing in April, but it is in Oregon. So where does it sit in the grass category? Let's find out. At the top, we have Mega Sceptile, Bullet Seed, Frenzy Plant, 48.46, but then in the second place, guys, we actually have the Kartana, Razor Leaf and Leaf Blade at 43.64, which by itself is above the Mega Venusaur of Vine Whip and Frenzy Plant at 42.91, and then we have the Shaman Skyform at 42.91. So man, this Pokemon as a meta attacker is an absolute go for me. And plus, eventually it will get a shadow and it's gonna be even stronger. It's almost as strong as the strongest Mega Grass in the game. Very, very impressive there. So now we are going to change over into PvP. Is it also gonna be dual powerful in the game, or is it just gonna be solo? Let's check it out. In the Great League, it's gonna be ranked 376. In the Ultra League, it's gonna be ranked 429, and then in the Master League, it's gonna be ranked 159. So unfortunately, it is getting beat out by other grass Pokemon in the Master League, and that just is what it is. But for the meta attacker purposes and for fighting rocket leaders, this Pokemon absolutely demolishes. So I am a full go on powering up the Kartana. I absolutely love it. I've been waiting to hopefully get 100% IV, and this week is going to be the time for me to be able to find that. Get both shinies, definitely. Unless you just don't care about shinies, it's not really your thing, then Celesteela would be the pass, Kartana would be the go, and enjoy yourself. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, participation, text level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.